I bet most viewers are wondering what I've been smoking to compare dinosaur and inclusion body myositis in this episode. Come on, Jerry, we've got to hear what the T-Rex has anything to do with IBM, is probably what you're thinking right now. Hi, Jerry here again for my IB myositis viewers, where I dedicate this channel to people in all stages of inclusion body myositis. Making that T-Rex intro was a challenge for me, and I need some type of fun these days. I hope you will like the information presented in this 33rd episode. We'll discuss some stretching exercises for you stage 2 and stage 3 IBM'ers later in this video. Stay tuned, and please take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you didn't do so before, as have more than 420 individuals and families that are interested in learning about how IBM might affect our daily lives. My silly T-Rex notion comes from becoming familiar with a ferocious monster called Inclusion Body Myositis. All who have IBM may also become a T-Rex of sorts later in their IBM journey, just as I feel I have become. Not in ferociousness or strength by any means, but more of disproportionate functionality and the need for more flexibility and balance. In your mind, picture a T-Rex, or take a look at this picture. Notice the monstrous figure of the Tyrannosaurus Rex has two small, short arms looking about the size of a preschool basketball player's arms on a Godzilla body. T-Rex's short arms, only about 36 inches long, on a body from 15 to 20 feet tall, were not even able to reach their mouth. Sound familiar, stage 3 IBM'ers? We'll talk about the T-Rex's exceptionally long and heavy tail in just a minute. When your IBM progresses into the mid-stage 2 category, you'll find that your arms won't have the strength or ability to reach up as far anymore. As you progress into stage 3, your reach away from your body will become very limited as well. When my functional rating scale score sunk into the single digits, the ability to reach anything could only be attained by pivoting my arm on my elbow that was planted against my body, or on a table, or on a power chair's armrest. My single arm reach has been shortened from approximately 25 inches to about 8 to 10 inches, and my lifting capability is now only about 1 pound in weight, but only if I can grasp the object with my weak fingers, hands, and wrists. My adult IBM arms now dwarf the size of my body, in not only size but also reach. Sort of like how the front grabbers appear on a T-Rex. Yeah, T-Rex short. I can hardly reach my mouth. How about that long tail? Dinosaur enthusiasts claim the T-Rex would have had a difficult time if their long and heavy tail didn't provide lots of counterbalance when they walked, twisted their body, or bent over. Although my balance cannot depend on a long tail, I can use what rear end mass I have to keep me standing upright. Did you ever notice how you project the upper part of your body forward and your butt back a little until you reach a balance point when getting up off your lift chair recliner? So, what type of prehistoric animal could get the better of a T-Rex? Their fiercest battles usually came from another T-Rex in a fight over food or territory. But an injury of any type, even a small injury, could leave the mighty T-Rex down and out and made easy prey for other small dinosaurs. One good bite on a tail or mid-body from another T-Rex or an attacking herd of smaller velociraptors could cause doom to the giant T-Rex. Diminished capabilities probably meant no food, creating a difficulty for them to do all the things a T-Rex needed to do to survive. Sound familiar, IBM'ers? In a dissimilar look, IBM'ers don't fight with other IBM'ers, but tend to share their disease experiences with others, and don't have to worry about other IBM'ers stealing their food, territory, or mate. Why do I feel compelled to compare myself to a T-Rex? The first reason is my now limited reach that I have with my very small and weak arm appendages. T-Rex's arms were just a bit longer than the adult human's arms, but with a huge difference in strength. As I said before, when a mighty T-Rex is injured, they become easy prey for their predators. Those of us with IBM are the same. Many IBM'ers have been affected by other conditions or disease because our immune system has been injured or compromised. Besides the possibility of frequent falls, if we allow them, many other conditions will attempt to overcome us, such as diabetes, thyroid irregularities, blood abnormalities, dry skin and rashes, and many, many more types of immune system anomalies. Just as the mighty T-Rex can fall to smaller prey, those of us with IBM should be on guard from attacks by comorbid predators. There are plenty of YouTube videos available showing us elderly how to exercise and stretch arms and hands, but I haven't found any that show a stage 3 IBM'er with short-reach T-Rex-like arms how to do any stretches, because stretching arms is impossible if we don't have any arm strength to lift them up over our shoulders or away from our bodies. Stretching lessens the amount of stiffness and soreness in our arms and helps with blood flow, maybe helping our hands from always being so cold. The following scenes will suggest a few methods that I have used that seem to keep some of the stiffness and soreness at bay, even while being in a power chair or bed. Many of us have been told by our physical therapists to have caregivers help raise and stretch our arms to keep some flexibility. But caregivers aren't always available to all IBM'ers at all times. There are ways for us to stretch from our power chairs and beds without adding duties to the caregiver's full list of things they already do for us. Use your power chair's elevating seat to help you stretch out your arms. Raise the seat to the highest position so you can place your upper arm on top of a tall chair back or on a raised countertop. You may have to use some inertial swing to help you get your arm there. Slowly lower the power chair's elevating seat while leaving your arm on the chair back or countertop. Stop and hold the seat's downward motion when you start feeling some pull in your upper arm or shoulder. Hold this position until the tightness lessens before lowering the chair any further. When I started this exercise, I took it in steps, slowly stretching out my arms further and further until I could stretch them out fully without pain or discomfort. It probably won't happen the first time you try this stretching regimen, so don't expect to reach the max in your first session and don't overdo it. Switch arms. It will be a little more difficult doing the arm that's on the same side as your power chair's joystick controller because you will need to reach across your body with your other hand to lower the elevating seat. Leaning towards a chair back or countertop when your arm is on it can also help stretch your arms and shoulder muscles. If you have a golden lift chair recliner and have it set to vertical lift, you can accomplish the same arm stretch by placing your arm on the recliner's backrest and use the recliner's remote to raise the chair seat to stretch out your arms. Believe it or not, I found the easiest place to stretch out my arms is when I'm laying in bed. I don't seem to be fighting as much gravity when I'm laying down, so it seems easier to somehow sneak my weak arm up the pillow, up past my head, to a place where some arm stretch makes my arms feel better before I settle in for a good night's sleep. In this episode, I compared the weaknesses of the fiercest prehistoric land animal to the strengths of the current me and my IBM. Although therapists work with people of all ages and conditions, few realize what extreme weakness resides in someone in stage 3 inclusion body myositis. You might have to show them. Well, there we have it. I just presented a couple of ways to stretch out your IBM arms. I sure hope these tips will help. Feel free to think of other methods to help keep your arms stretched out. As we aren't as functional as our memories recall, watch out for them damn little velociraptors in your rearview mirror. Don't get bit on the tail. See you later, my friends. Now get stretching.